Welcome to MotoGP Mac. In today's video, we're going to talk about the race that just happened at Assen. Now, before we get into it, here's how it finished. Marc Marquez won it from Marco Bezzecchi, Pecco Bagnaia, Pedro Acosta, Maverick Vinales, Fabio Di Giannantonio, Franco Morbidelli, Raul Fernandez, Enea Bastianini, Fabio Quartararo, Brad Binder, Johan Zarco, Alex Rins, Jack Miller, Samke Chantra and Aleix Espargaro was the last one across the line. Miguel Oliveira retired to the pit lane after an opening lap crash. Fermin Aldeguer and Joan Mir came together. Alex Marquez crashed with Pedro Acosta, fell heavily and I believe has a fracture of his left hand and needs surgery tomorrow. Lorenzo Savadori also crashed and Aya Agora had the incident with Miguel Oliveira and didn't finish the race. Now, when the race got underway, I must say poor old Fabio Quartararo was caught a little bit on the opening lap. Pecco got a really good start. Marc got a really good start. And for the opening few laps, everything seemed to be under control until Marc, who was fast through the last left-hand corner and into the chicane at the end, in my view, caught Pecco a little bit of sleep, and Pecco started to slow a small bit. Marc took the opportunity and was never bettered, really. Bezzecchi, Pedro Acosta, both went past Pecco. And to be fair, Bez kept Marc honest the whole way around until the last, say, lap and a half, where he did start to drop a bit of time. It was an absolute brilliant ride from Marc, brilliant ride from Bez. Pecco, well, look, he was within 2 seconds of Marc across the line. So when you look at it, wasn't such a bad race weekend for him. But again, he did say in the interview, he still suffered the same problems. Pedro Acosta, really good ride from him. And also from Maverick Vinales. KTM doing a great job this weekend. I think all riders were within the top 11, which is big for them, if I'm honest. Fabio Di Giannantonio, good race from him. Franco Morbidelli, I don't know what he'd be thinking sometimes when he was riding. He did go across the green. Should have just given the place back, but didn't and got a long lap penalty. Raul Fernandez, another good weekend for Raul. But then still, look, he is still 20 seconds behind where Marc was. Do you know what I mean? It is a big jump. Enea Bastianini, one of the unsung riders of the day, up 11 spots from where he started. Fabio Quartararo dropped back, finishing in the top 10, but still, you could see like he was just getting mugged left, right and centre. And look, it's kind of normal. He couldn't run the lines he wanted to, but he did get past Binder towards the end of the race. Brad Binder up 5 spots as well. Good race for him. Would have thought maybe that he would have been in the top 7 or 8, but a difficult weekend all around for him, so it's good to see him. Johan Zarco in 12th place. Honda's really not working. Honda's really have disappeared for the last 2 race weekends. So it is interesting. Alex Rins, I think he was actually caught up in the clash with Miguel Oliveira and Aya Agora at the start of the race, so good comeback there. Jack Miller, similar to yesterday, 14th place, started the same, finished the same. Samke Chantra up 7 spots, scored his first World Championship point, I believe, and Aleix Espargaro bringing up the rear. Did expect a little bit more from Espargaro, if I'm honest. Realistically, the major news that comes out of this is Alex Marquez has really injured himself. Is expected to go for surgery tomorrow on Monday, so maybe this put him back a bit. At least we have the following weekend off before we head to the Sachsenring, which is Marc's favourite circuit, so Marc should by right really extend his lead even further there. All in all, I thought it was a pretty good race. Bez made it interesting to see would he catch Marc, but unfortunately he didn't have it. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What did you think of the race and who was your rider of the day? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below. And I'll be back again tomorrow with another